table for their enemies.
That's right. They are really flexible.
Okay, guys.
Technically, most of them are multiple
Ayun nga
players.
kung
Like you
nagtsaga
saw
akong nonton
teams like RSG
sa
yesterday, they've been
analysis
switching up the roles itself.
next M2
You saw LY4 who was playing a marksman. The next game, hey, he's on the bench.
hindi
So,
ko man
of course,
na-ignore.
going back to the other Singapore team that's
Narinig
currently
mo
playing
man
right
na sa
here on
team
stage, EVOS SG, they opt to
Reggae
ban
mag
out the
MPL
Selena, and
SK
I believe that we've
para sa
actually
tabi ng
seen some
MPL
sort of gameplay
Team
where
Brazil
DreamMax have been playing
nasa radyo dapat
Selena
mo na neta
to
Team Brazilian
great effects, and you have to give respect to those abyssal arrows that can actually catch you off guard in very key moments of certain team fights, especially when you're testing for morphs or turtles. You don't want to be clipped out in a sticky situation. Now, final ban coming in for the side DreamMax, and it's the Matilda.
o yan
Yeah, Matilda right
yun
now is
nga
a really strong hero.
jangan
They're not gonna give it
pag-ibig
to
saya
EVOS SG, a
dyan
team that
M2
could be very aggressive at times. So,
duglag
I
doon
mean,
siya pasti
if you give
si
them the Matilda, she gives the team extra protection,
ya dari
and
kung
she
Brazil
gives
sudah
them extra
mapen
burst
tiga hero
potential.
yaitu
So
Body,
might as well just take
Matilda
it out.
sama
But for
Natalia.
EVOS SG, I think the Selena is a
Di match
pretty good
sebelumnya
ban.
match
It's
alter
a
ego
standard ban, let's say.
Matilda ini sakit
Yeah.
That
banget
you don't want to get hit with a lucky arrow
sering-sering
at
di ban
clutch moments of the
match
game.
di hari
And
Senin banyak
that can
yang nge-ban
really just flip the
Matilda
table if you're winning.
Natalia juga
That's right,
banyak nge-ban
and now final ban on phase number 1,
Ludi satu-satu
and
lepas
of course, also on the court of
dan
EVOS
dari
SG
pos
as
Singapura dia
DreamMax will be
nge-ban
going in for the
Jowhead,
first pick in a couple seconds, and
Esmeralda dan
you
juga
definitely
Selena
can't afford to let go of these
kemudian bagaimana
Esmeralda,
petanya ini
and I definitely think that it's a wise option here. Generally, Esmeralda has been really strong. Very hard to take down as she has this really high sustainability with those shields being popped up. So Luis, he does
ya
opt to go for
karena
the
Benita
Benedetta,
lepas langsung
which
diambil saja
we have
oleh tim
definitely
Brazil
seen that
di
for a lot of
Benedetta
this as a first pick.
Yeah, very high win rate with the Benedetta, and right now it is the first pick that is fitting for the hero. But Pokemon and Soul, they have to answer it with 2 power picks as well. Who will they go for? There are a lot of heroes in the pool right now.
Well, Yuzong is definitely open right here if they want to go for it. I think it's not too bad of an option right here. Yushinshin has been relatively
ya
popular.
Isunchin
They
lepas
could opt to also
langsung
secure
diambil
it
aja oleh
before
Escape
it lands back towards the
ada
side of
Isunchin
DreamMax. So they are definitely
Yuzong
thinking, we've only got 10 more seconds here, and what other options do they
oh
have?
yang
It
diambil
seems
Cho
like they're
sama
going for Cho.
Yuzong
Show and use on.
cukup
That was a nice
berani
read, Contra. And
tidak ngambil
surprisingly,
Isunchin
nobody went for Lapu here onto the side of EVOS
Oh, true
SG
enough.
against the
kita di sini
Benedetta. That could have been great, but right now he's gonna go up
Nagugat
against the
kita
Yuzong possibly. We don't
ini
really
match
know
match
if this
sebelumnya
show is going to be a
Isunchin
side
selalu
laner
di-pick
or a
kalau nggak
tank,
di-pick di-ban
but that is the mind games that they bring to their to the other team, and we talked about it later. They really like to make their opponents think, what is EVOS SG gonna do next?
That's right. Of course, it's still really too soon to tell in this sort of draft. For now, DreamMax, if they don't really go for those sort of tank heroes or so, they will be
ya
risking it to be banned out. But
diambil saja
boy, we talked
langsung
about the
oleh tim
Yushin.
Brazil
They're adding in the
Isunchin
Moyi as well, since you know it's been
bersama
left
dengan
on the table.
Lodi
You can easily go for some diversion plays in some crucial moments to be able to reposition or
ya berarti
Luis
komposisi dari
on
tim Brazil
Benedetta
ini
probably will be so annoying to deal with. Imagine if he escapes with, the diversion.
cukup menarik
Yeah, well, that is going to be
Benedetta main di gold lane
a
kayaknya di gold
really
lane
tough obstacle that
minta
EVOS
resource jadi
SG
core
has to answer. But luckily, they got Cho for that. And I do think that for DreamMax here, the Yisunshin and the Luyi is a really good pickup for them. Those are power picks for their side because they have the Mountain Shocker for vision. You know where the enemy team is coming from, or you can plan ahead just because you had vision on the enemy team. And if they are put in a very
ya
bad
main assassin
position,
ternyata
you can use the diversion
Hayabusa
to use or to get the
lanjut ke
opportunity
band
to,
keempat dan
just punch
kelima
them.
kita tengok
That's
live
right, and
di
they are
band
looking to secure the Hayabusa. Well, they saw 10 Seconds Gaming Frost actually using the Hayabusa to great potential. I guess this can somewhat match up to the Benedetta in a sort of way or the other. And, well, you mentioned Lapu Lapu. I guess maybe it could have been considered, but they're playing for different style of plays, and they want to go really aggressive with this one. Like JPL, on that show, he could still opt to, do a semi kind of build where you can still do a little bit of tanking and hitting it towards the game. You get that.
Si Ivana
So
langsung di-ban.
now Savannah being banned away for phase 2. So
Ya si Ivana sering
I
juga
feel that
dipakai.
there's still those sort of
Kayak di samping,
focus on towards Mage's
asing kadang
record
jadi
that
tank.
hasn't been picked up from the side of EVOS SG that DreamMax can actually punish.
Banning out the Sylvana contra is good for the side of EVOS SG just because I think of her as a direct counter against the Cho. Even if you put the Cho onto the side lane, that's going to be hard because one stun from Sylvana, it could lead to an Imperial
Kagura
Justice which
kemudian
Cho
di-ban.
cannot Shunpo out of.
Wow.
And that only means that,
Apa
just
maksud
be
dari
safe.
tim
And that
Brazil
is
nge-ban
a clear
Kagura?
answer to the Hayabusa as well. Those high mobility heroes, once they get leashed on the Imperial Justice, you know that there is pain that's going to come out from all ends.
Indeed, and also you want to find that catch on towards Pokemon as well. So they understood the risk. They don't want that Imperial Justice to come by.
Kita
And
tunggu ban berikutnya
immediately,
kali dari
there's no Yin overturn that's going to be
Coach
popping on the
Ziggs.
land of Dawn. So that's going to be pretty much Kagura out of the question.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
right now, you know what? I think Hayabusa is
Akai,
kind of underrated
wow.
if you think about it.
I agree.
Akai di-ban.
Getting that
Wow.
orange buff on your side gives you a significant
What the-
damage boost that can
Apa gerangan
really
ini
make
nge-ban
your
Akai?
shadow kill ultimate hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
mungkin
they
temen
could
dari
possibly go for
ultinya
any of
kali.
these sort of squishy
Iya.
targets. It's honestly not too hard
Soalnya
to actually burst
ulti
off
Cho sekarang udah bisa
in that
di-cancel.
sort of the instance. Or better
Jadi
yet, if
untuk
you can get your hands
menghindari
on
cancel itu
Ocean
mungkin
Shield,
di-ban Akai,
if he gets
di-ban
that
juga
full
pasif
channel
lah.
of OG Shadow Kill on
Bisa jadi.
only one unit,
Dan juga di-ban Jawhead.
he's a done deal.
That is enough to take down
Menghindari
someone. But you know what?
tercancelnya ulti dari
EVOS SG
Cho.
bans out the Akai. It
So akal.
makes sense just because EVOS SG, they know that DreamMax lineup right now is very squishy. So what you do is you go for the
ban
usual
terakhir
Black
dari
Dragon
DreamMax,
form. You have the
Brazil.
quad shadow and the shadow kill coming out here from
Jadi ke
Pokemon and
Alice.
Soul
Alice
respectively.
something.
And you have the Cho to actually just go into the backline. So that only means that they do not want to get pushed
EVOS
out of
SG
the
yang
plan.
kemungkinan bermain
That's right,
dengan
and
dua
now
core
Potato
dengan
opts to pick
Cloud,
up this clock right
di mana ada
here,
jaminan late
and
game
this is going to be really crucial
dengan
for him
mainkan
to time that
satu buah
blazing duet,
marksman.
especially
Si-
when they were to channel out this
Pick
diversion
berikutnya
or
dari
so. You could just get
Brazil.
up and ready to blow. Just take that damage all across the team, and he's also got to be really careful because right now EVOS SG has to pick something that's really, really solid to find a way to protect perhaps the clock right here.
But the way I'm seeing it, EVOS SG is making them
Kaja
hard
kembali
for
di
themselves
pick,
because they're
guys.
taking a lot of physical damage
Dan
heroes. And
Tigreal.
the
Aku
itemization for the
kenapa?
side of DreamMax is going to be a bit
Lagi
easier
dikaji
just
selalu di
because you
pick.
don't have to separate magic
Kalau
damage
secara
to
statistiknya
physical
tonton
damage defense right
kebanyakan
now
yang
because
nge-pick
4
Kaja
of them
justru malah
automatically
kalah.
has physical damage. So you just protect yourself from physical
Ini
damage
pada
and you're
penggunaan
fine.
Kaja
Yeah,
yang
that's
salah
definitely
atau
a smart move as well by doing so. And we're looking at
setiap
Aeon
tim
here,
yang
and
akan melawan
he
Kaja
needs to
sedang punya
secure the
counternya
very final
masing-masing.
pick to complete this EVOS SG side,
Jadi
which
menarik
looks
juga
to be
ini.
very ultra
Kaja
aggressive,
kembali di pick.
but we can see DreamMax answers with that Kaja,
Apalagi
and
Kaja yang
they
nge-pick
could
ini
possibly
tim
go
ini
in
dulu
for a
MPL.
good
Kayak
divine
kemarin
judgment on
tim
either
dari
side of the
Rusia
party. Of
ada
course, you're not going to
23
be looking
match
to pick up that Cho,
Kaja.
for sure. So
Ujungnya
how
kalah.
are you going to get your way to that Claude, or stop that Hayabusa
Dan
from punishing
Barca
you?
di
And
pick
wow,
terakhir.
I love this
Wow,
play.
Barca.
This is an EVOS
Itu
SG
ya
special right here.
Coteng.
Fasa is
Barca.
definitely perfect. So it's going to be possibly getting in people's face with this one.
Mungkin
So
alasan dari
yeah.
saya ini adalah
that
untuk
in
memperkuat high
itself
ground.
makes a whole lot of sense.
If
Ya
EVOS
kemungkinan
SG's
karena kan apabila
Farsa
sampai tim Brazil
position
ini
himself
menekan
well here, I'm really
kadang-kadang
thinking that
tinggal gitu bisa
DreamMax,
jadi
if they don't
sisi
commit as
belakangnya
much,
tidak ada yang
they wouldn't really have the chance to,
mengawal
catch
gitu
out
jadi
that
bebas
certain
luas
Farsa.
gitu.
They don't have that backline potential. I mean, you can argue that Benedetta can go to the backline, but still, if he goes there, if the Benedetta tries to go for the Farsa,
Kita
everyone will turn.
matchnya saudara.
And when everybody turns on you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna go down.
Yeah, and with that, we're going straight in towards the land of Dawn right after this, as the players are all set and ready to go in towards
Kamu
their
nonton kok.
very first game
Rajin dulu ready
to
tulus.
World Championship Mobile Legends
Tapi jangan
Bang Bang.
pegang-pegang
So,
cokor apa-apa.
partners,
Banggang
this is a best of 3, and these two potentially meeting each other
Ini
for the
Brazil
first
dulu
time
ready
in
tulus.
the land of Dawn. We're not
Brazil
going to
kan
make
kalau di
conversations,
ML
but
main
we leave it to
Ojo.
you guys watching
Salah,
back at
FF-nya
home.
pro.
And make sure you guys
Matang.
share as well as let
Oh ya, FF juga pro dia.
right
FF pro
now.
kalau
Here
ML
is
kurang.
DreamMax starting off on the blue side and EVOS
Enggak lah,
SG on
FF
the red.
masih.
I'm looking at
Dia
this
kok belum
really
PUBG,
aggressive
oke lah.
side of EVOS SG.
Kalau PUBG itu
and
Brunei
they're looking to
Darussalam.
find these early
Kalau di
wins and
ML apa Myanmar.
definitely
Kalau di
thinking that
FF bisa Brazil bisa bocah Indonesia.
that aggression by setting up a perfect defense.
Terus
As
yang
you
aku
can see
tahu
here, JPL using the Jit Kundo a bit to punish Mikey, but Mikey there
di ML
with the
pun
dash
kan ada
out
nanti
doesn't really take
bocah-bocing bacot
JPL
gitu.
with him. And as you can see on the map right now, Contra, Potato is starting out with the orange buff.
Ngerti
He
ka ba
needs
niya?
certain damage because his skills aren't
Hindi
that
kita ngerti kasi sa
well,
gym.
it's spammable, but he uses energy and it doesn't matter because it really
Ngerti
takes
lah,
low
belajar.
energy
Oh,
to
first blood,
cast,
Pak.
and that is
Oh,
going to be
Mak. Dari
Potato
mana?
going
64 bit.
down.
Kupikir 8
Wow,
bit.
he got punished right inside the jungle, off of screen, as the Vendetta was looking to set up that dive to actually take the buff away, but this fight is not over just about yet. Make it.
Belum apa-apa udah mati Hayabusanya ya.
That's gonna be perfectly fine for Todak
Belum
DreamMax.
apa-apa.
It's
Yang mau
certainly a big
kau
win because
sudah
now
jadi
that
kau
you have
jadi
to
gini
disrupt
aja
that
aku cuma gini
Hayabusa,
kau jadi
it
juga.
easily slowed
Ada
it
yang
down for a
kelainan
little
kau?
bit. Oh, good news. The buff is still intact.
Yeah, the buff is still intact, but
Yeah.
still, it
Ngapa
would
kan
take
juga dia
time for
straight
him
tahu.
to clear these
Kau kira Eposindo,
monsters or
Eposindo
these
mana
creeps,
main?
just because he
Iya,
doesn't
aku
have
baru
the extra
ingat.
damage coming out here from
Di
that
Singapura
orange
pun ada
buff.
Epos tuh. Ya nama aku nggak udah lama nggak main udah berapa bulan. Main tunggu diajak doang.
As JPL forces to
Nonton
flicker away
turnamen
too
juga
deep
pernah.
in towards the turret range, and Lewis stays
Belajar
alive.
sendiri selalu.
Was it really necessary for JPL to jump in there and just, try to harass him for a bit? He's not really with the high-end grind, so I didn't really think that he could
Ini
have
nggak kaya
gone
rambut kau.
for
Kok
that
bisa
kill,
kok?
but
Bonding kau kan?
he wasted, well, he
Bonding
used
kau
the
kan?
flicker.
Enggak.
There.
Jadi kok bisa rambut kau gini jujur kau? Hah, jujur kau? Aku nggak bisa rambut kayak gini bangsat. Kau keturunan dari mana kau? Jajak keturunan anak mama kau.
That level up and now turtle being contested. DreamMax already having a good setup. JPL face checks in
That's the
towards
winning
the
round,
Russian.
Ayo,
Oh, the
betul
Russians
lagi.
actually set up this
Ya,
game.
ya.
So with a fair airstrike, it will be the turtle taken by DreamMax, but they are chasing
Oh,
right
Mak,
in.
double
So
kill.
for the
Senggol
target, as
aja.
he'll be looking in towards Snakes. He might just be able to
Ini
go in
ku
for a
bilang
pickup,
back.
but Holmes is there to
Ah,
stop
di
him.
pause.
A pause comes in.
Ikan paus
At the
lewat.
heat of the moment.
Enak cuk. Nggak jadi mati kayaknya tuh.
All right.
Ya memang gak jadi mati ya kan? Jangan tak itu tak.
Let's have a look into towards the fight,
Hati
shall
apa?
we? So,
Jangan aku pakai headset, aku juga mau denger men.
DreamMax.
Anjing,
3 kills
cuma
off
pakai headset kan kadang
EVOS,
monyong.
but DreamMax only walks out with 1, as well as on top of
Lagi
that, he
campur.
did manage to secure the turret.
One of the things that you need to note when you are fighting against a Farsa is you really have to look at your surroundings. You have to look at the surroundings as if it's narrow, if you can look at it and you can get out of the feathered airstrike, that would be great. But at that moment on, I think DreamMax
Nah,
didn't have
ini
the communication
baru
and didn't really
turnamen gak
realize
datang
that
itu
Farsa is
istimewa
at
number
level 4
one.
already.
That's right.
They
and
got stuck right there. And you know what? It just worked for the side of EVOS SG. And EVOS SG right now, things are looking great for them because their magical damage is now up, which means their DreamMax is at a certain point of dilemma where do I get physical damage defense or do I get magic defense? Because I gave 2 kills to the Farsa.
That's right, and this is the sort of the special move coming in from the side of EVOS SG that we did see from time to time in their local leagues. So now Farsa ahead. This problem is definitely going to be something that has to be answered by the side of DreamMax Esports eventually, and that Farsa's Feather Airstrike came in the most crucial moment when they are actually contesting for that turtle, and how could you possibly back away without getting shot right there? So that chase was really great as we saw the Yuzong diving in with the Black Dragon forward, and now before the pause he was being stuck between 2 members, and yeah, that is definitely a tough place to be at. Hopefully, the best case scenario, he walks away with 1 kill and he still drops out.
You know what? They'll take that trade any time of day. They're a consistent team. They are risk takers, calculated risk takers in our description of them. So, yeah, these are the trades that they're willing to give. If it puts them on the lead, or if it puts the Farsa on the lead for quite some time, they'd happily take it because, you know, the usual can just farm after he goes down.
That's right. And we saw a great setup coming from the side of JPL as well. He really went deep with the choke. And of course, DreamMax, after suffering a little bit of the hiccup right there, the only good thing that they can take out of that is that early game sort of prep coming from Vendetta. She got the first blood. Some extra gold going right through the side lane. So with that, perhaps hoping to find a way to snowball that Vendetta. And good news, we're back in the game. And so
If he gets away,
Balik lagi.
100% this is not
Gak
gonna
jadi
look well for the side
mati.
of DreamMax. But
I'm pretty
so
sure it's not.
he's gonna go down.
Mati juga
He
akhirnya.
gives, well, Mikey gives the kill to Homis, but, you know, Homis will take anything that he can
Yeah.
since he is the Yi Sun-shin jungler. But right now, we can see the Mountain Shocker, and that will give them an idea where the players from EVOS SG are. JPL gets spotted out, and Mikey there pushing him out of the lane, and the rush rather. And as you can see, this is the pressure that will come out for the side of EVOS SG. They're just using Aeon.
Oh, there goes JPL right in the middle of it all. He managed to dash himself into safety. And, well, great thinking right here as, of course, he expected for airstrike for no business to be dealing up top against a Kaja anyways. So they're going to take it slow, let the DreamMax have what they want, but JPL is still checking in just to ensure that some of the course is clear at the moment. So, bottom side, it seems like this squad is just going to be having some pretty far for the moment. One tries to secure the river crab, but of course, can't really do much about that as JPL tries to get themselves into position. 2-3 on both of the teams, and I feel like there's not much of a lead that they can possibly garner unless they contest for the next trigger.
And as you can see, the timers right now are running, and this is a very critical point in the match. I think DreamMax should not give that turtle anytime soon to EVOS SG. They should contest it or probably steal it from their hands. Now, you're seeing the turtle cam. The turtle is now up. Outer turret energy shield will be down in 30 seconds. Now, these teams have priorities. And what will they prioritize? The energy shields or the turtle?
That's right, the Magic Sword early purchase coming from the side of Pokemon. A little bit of damage being done for side of JPL. Flicker being popped there by Nyx. And a great reaction, but on the other side, Lewis caught up in between. That's not where he needs to
Dikroyo.
be. And it will be a free kill going over the side of EVOS SG 4-3. But JPL is the next one on the chopping block, being forced to flicker away as well. Cabral now getting a little knock. Fair airstrike straight into Cabral, bringing out the flicker. And this forces DMX to just retreat out of the way.
That damage output coming out here from the Farce is just way too much, and with that in mind, DreamMax cannot push any further than that. And we are seeing right now a knock-up coming out from the Yuzhong, Blazing Duet coming out from Pokemon. Pokemon goes down, and that is going to be a 1-for-1. EVOS Soul here using that Black Dragon form. Cabral dealing so much damage. Divine Judgment is there, and that is going to be a 2-for-1 trade favoring the side of DreamMax.
That's right, and with that, for airstrike being channeled, but Homies is definitely safe on the corners of it all. So, kind of underestimated, or did not really consider that Kaja will be coming in anyway. So, he kind of overstayed in that sort of position where he didn't really have enough HP to do
Turtle-nya
that.
tercuri.
At least walks away with this turtle intact. So, they're now slightly ahead by just 600 gold.
And now, this is great timing for the side of Potato as well. His buffs are gonna respawn in just a bit. He's working on the orange buff right now. And that means EVOS SG has the capability to fight Aeon here. Might get caught out, but he gets out in time.
Potato though. Oh, here comes Predator airstrike.
Better strike-nya.
Oh, what a shot! Flame shot as well coming out, and one more kill coming in for Aeon. 3 kills already. Cabral tries to pull Aeon right in, but Maka cannot respond. Here comes Pokemon as well. He gets that double kill. My goodness me.
Triple kill.
It's a triple for Pokemon.
Mania.
Maka might just be finished off right here.
Mania.
Early. What the
Mania.
EVOS SJ.
Mania! Oh, wipe out!
It took time until
Wipe
Claude
out!
took down that Tigreal, but still, that is a maniac for Pokemon. And right now, if you're DreamMax, you just gave 4 kills to the side of EVOS SG. It's specifically the Claude. That is bad news for you.
That's right. As much as they have got Homies really fat in the early stage of the game, Pokemon, out of that one fight, actually took everything in the bag, and he's just laughing himself into the bank.
Now, I think in a way they need to, use Cabral more, but there is a team fight happening right now. Nyx gets caught in between. That is a crossfire, but that is only one man. That is the Claude. Mikey here might fall down. Nice dodge there, and he will survive that certain fight.
That's right, and at least DreamMax pulling back for the moment. They understand they could not push the issue right now. JPL hoping to steal this buff away for the members of EVOS and probably passing it to Pokemon. Making just tries to stop them, but oh, what a charge coming in. They are catching on towards Aeon, and he still survives as he floats away.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the... Oh, they got the kill. Mountain Shocker. I'm actually speechless that he survived, but that Mountain Shocker really saved the day for the side here of DreamMax.
Well, what a sort of spoiler right there, right? Like,
at least
I think he absolutely forgot about the element itself. Now, Turtle being contested as well. Make it tries to charge right in. JPL all alone, but he's putting so much pressure that he's actually buying time. But Benedetta going for that split push. Man, my tongue is pretty much tied right now.
All right. Guys, looking at this match, I think DreamMax should have went for Lord Turtle take rather. Because the first one was
dicuri.
and so that means most of the firepower here coming out from the EVOS SG is cut.
Serius tadi pas maniaknya Cloud itu sakit kali.
Time to just go all out. So that could have been the perfect timing.
So bisa aja itu curi-curi tengah
for that turtle and just stall EVOS SG for a bit. But there might be another fight here.
Oh, JPL extending in towards the jungle, and it will be a
mati.
DreamMax finds that punishment right across.
Mati Cloudnya.
Pokemon overextending, but over the bottom side, you can see Potato putting the pressure on towards the side as well, keeping that Kaja right there. But I felt like
ada masalah jaringan ini, waduh.
There is a purify up as well. That home is now getting charged up. Waiter Dragon straight on towards his place as well, but JPL goes down towards the Yishin, and Homus is now 5-1. Soul could possibly
masuk dia, masuk Yuzongnya. Oh, gak dapat dia. Oh, Yuzongnya mau mati. Yuzongnya malah mati. Oh, Yuzongnya mati.
Slowly taking members of EVOS SG down.
Is that a fight that EVOS SG should have gone for? I don't think so. They lost 2 people in the process. They were just respawning, and EVOS might be overestimating their capabilities right now.
Yeah, and I felt that they went a little bit confident to hit in towards that pit, looking for the buff, but it was pretty much well read by the side of DreamMax, and this is a champion of Brazil that we talk about. They always bring that flair, and now that Yishin is starting to get real huge, and late game, he's just gonna be shredding people up.
And he needs to get a bit of a Wind of Nature, probably a Winter Chun, although it's not really recommended for him because a lot of physical damage is going to be dealt through by the side of EVOS SG. But I think Wind of Nature is one of those items that he's looking at right now to just stop the damage coming out here from Potato. especially with that shadow kill.
That's right. Even though they are down in sort of the kills for the side of EVOS SG, they do have a little slight advantage in terms of gold. Just look at how they're actually controlling the side lane so well, shoving the wave, and now with the Lord already in spawn, they are finding a way to just bait the rest of DreamMax to come right in, but they're not acting on the bait just about yet in this battle being purchased. They're coming from Potato. This Hayabusa have yet to find a kill as he's just focusing on all these pushes. So great parties coming right in, but someone's got to answer that, and Benedetta being out of the picture from this team fight, it might just be advantages for the side of EVOS SG.
You know what? I want to talk about JPL and what he's doing right now.
Go.
But I can't because there's another fight. Let's go. Black Dragon form will be thrown out here. Soul chasing down Cabral, but Cabral just way too fast. And the only thing that they did there is just zone out people so they cannot contest this Lord take. There is a diversion there, but Nick's going.
Ya, dicuri Lordnya.
That is the question, and that no is the answer.
Yeah.
No is certainly the answer.
Well, we've already seen Nyx as well as Maker getting punished, and here comes the Barrier Airstrike dropping in hot towards the South Cabral. Almost taking it out though, but EVOS SG just showing dominance right now, having that Lord slowly marching in towards the top side of the map, and well, it's going to be pressing towards in him. So what they have to do is having members being sent further up in towards the map, which might put a right towards the side of DreamMax side, and JPL diving in him. He might just be punished, but they're not putting that focus onto him. Just protecting that buff at this certain moment and slowly backing away. There's still a big elephant in the room. Hayabusa is going to be able to secure one turret for the side of EVOS SG and further opening things up as EVOS prepares to just pressure them, crack open the base.
Udah tinggal menang aja sih seharusnya. Udah masuk Yuzongnya ke belakang, acak-acak terus. Turret atas dan hancur. Buka Federal Strike, makin luas high-groundnya masuk.
This is textbook. This is good for the side of EVOS SG, and they're slowly but surely peeling off these turrets onto the side of DreamMax.
Oh, DreamMax.
Kuning-kuningnya hancurkan bagian bawah.
Clearing all the ways, but look at Potato. He's extending all the way towards
Yeah.
massive walk away.
Oh, aduh, blunder. Blunder Hayabusanya.
Kills already for Luis, but Potato getting punished for a little bit of overextended.
Buka lagi.
There's no need for the Hayabusa to just go right back at it.
What are you gonna do when the shadows can't save you? And that is something that Potato really needs to look at. I mean, he uses the shadow kill. It wasn't enough damage. He didn't really get a lot out of that. He just peeled off some of the HP here from the guys from
Dikit lagi yang otomatis menang nih seharusnya di EVOS. EVOS Singapura.
I don't really think that they wanted to go for the initiation there. It's just that Potato was put in a bad spot.
Indeed, and now there's going to be a Meike that's going to be having a little bit of a glimpse of members of EVOS SG. Now, currently without much objectives left available, EVOS SG is just going to be channeling this further aspect for fun and add it on top of the flame shot. Why not, right? So, JPL can still soak in the pressure.
You know what? A lot of punish can be done to JPL with his invasion play here onto the jungle. He's been doing it ever since level 1. And I'm kind of surprised about the amount of information JPL has been getting. He's been seeing a lot of these heroes. He's been communicating with his team. And with that, you know that the Kaja could punish this Joe. Well, they did not, and a lot of information was given, and I think it all comes down to this certain lead that EVOS SG has as of the moment.
Yeah, but of course it's going to be a little bit tricky when he could just easily control away as well. And if you were to bring in JPL with, say, a divine judgment, like how fast can you actually burst that toe before he kicks you?
Mulai masuk lagi.
He needs to dive his way across. But make it come here from the back as well. He's
masuk lagi.
trying to catch them up, but he fails to do so. Now, with JPL still in the faces of DreamMax, it's gonna be a little bit of a dance coming into it.
Tidak. Oh, masuk lagi ya. Double kill Hayabusa. Buka.
The rest of DreamMax running for their life. This is the opening that EVOS
udah bisa diakhiri, masuk. Satu lagi wipe out, satu lagi. Oh, masih ada ISS-nya.
the first point in the best of 3 going to the hometown favorites, EVOS SG.
EVOS
Oh,
SG
di
here with
end
first win
langsung.
of the series. And I might say JPL there just gave
1-0
them a lot
untuk
of
Esports Singapura.
information that, you know, DreamMax didn't really know what to do. I mean, they had the mounting shocker on their side. They should be telegraphing where
Keren,
EVOS SG
keren.
is gonna come from. But that can only do so much.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, the game-winning play was coming from JPL. That flicker to the
Keren guys,
Radiant
keren.
Dragon.
Aduh, kameranya.
Absolute beautiful catch.
Keren guys, keren
to
guys.
make it in.
Mantap.
You can see there was no
Oke, kita nanti akan lanjut ke match kedua.
I guess
Di
not.
game kedua, oke?
Tigreal is one of those weird heroes that you can really punish people when they dive in for you. But if they do not dive and they play in a well-disciplined manner, it's like you cannot, you cannot just get your hands on anyone, even with a flicker.
That's right, and of course we're gonna talk more about this, or we pass it to LaFell. But of course, this is time for us to say thanks to all of you guys that have been tuning in, and we would also like to thank Tumi for being our partners in